Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, guys, I am so excited, but we're finally going to be reviewing the new Bperfect Cosmetics Carnival, the Antidote palette. So you guys want to see what this palette's all about, what type of look I create, well then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, the new Antidote palette actually launched, and this is the fourth installment from the Stacey Marie collection with Bperfect Cosmetics. And I actually have the other one, the Tahiti palette. It's so gorgeous. But when I saw they were launching this, I just knew I had to have it because it's literally all greens and oranges, and you guys know how much I love those colors. I was like, bitch, I have to have it. Now, granted, Bperfect Cosmetics is based in the UK, so this launched at UK time, so it launched at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which was midnight for them over at GMT. And let me tell you, the day that this launched, I was actually at Magic Kingdom because I was filming something for you guys, and I was literally sitting there ready for the fireworks show, and I was like doing this. I'm doing this, like, shh, shh, shh. Because I was like, I have to get the palette, I have to get the palette. Literally, it launched, I was like, and I was in line for 20 minutes. 20 minutes to get this bad boy. And it finally arrived. It actually arrived like a week and a half ago. I just haven't had time to sit down and film it. So I finally do today. And I'm sure you guys have seen all the reviews about this. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive in to tell you guys what this palette's about. So it says that the Carnival palette, 8 color junkies, prescription no longer pending. Consider your antidote prescribed. Introducing the 4th installment of the iconic Carnival collection, the Antidote palette, a stunning romantic color story with a Carnival twist. Guys, this palette is freaking massive, and like the color story, it is just so freaking gorgeous. I feel like this is definitely not showing up on camera the way that it is in person. I feel like on camera it looks a little bit more muted, but in person it's not. It's very bright, it's very vibrant. You have all like the oranges and yellows right here. You have your neutrals followed by all your greens on this side, and I feel like this is a really beautiful palette just in time for the fall season. It actually is currently in stock if you guys want to get it. I looked on the website just now and it's still currently in stock. But I definitely feel like this is a perfect fall palette to come out. Now it is currently $39.95, but that's for the UK money. I don't know what that translates to US. I think I ended up paying like 45.50 euro, but I think I paid more American, if that makes sense. I don't know, because like it never like translates for me, so I just get charged and I'm like, I think this is right. So that's how much it does retail. So you are looking at like at least for euro $39.95 plus shipping handling. My shipping handling is like $5.50, which I was really surprised for because it is international. But it did get here at a really decent time. It did not take long to ship at all, and it's heavy. It is heavy. Now you guys can tell there's so many shadows with this, and I'm not going to sit here and swatch the shadows because this is just way too many shadows to swatch, but there are definitely some great in-depth reviews on this palette. I'm sure people actually out there swatched everything. I want to sit back. I want to play with colors. I want to do like a really grungy green eye look. Like I know the brights, oranges, and like purples are like really like stunning and they're perfect for the fall season. But I feel like when doing a lot of like fall looks, I really want to do more like grungy dark green with like a dark lip. Like that's the vibe I'm going for today. So I'm going to just go ahead and zoom you guys in. We're going to play with this palette, and if it's the same type of quality as the Tahiti palette, then I know I'm going to love this. And that palette is just so damn gorgeous. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and try a halo look eye today. I tried this in my last, like, the Surge Bunny palette. I tried to do a halo eye look, and I didn't make it work. And it just happens. But we're going to try it again today. So I'm going to go into the shade Suede. Right here. We're gonna try to do this. Okay, so God, this palette is so massive, but it's just so damn pretty. Like I really do think it's a really pretty palette. So we're gonna just take this right up here, and we're gonna very lightly just start to place this down in our crease area. Whether this works out, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Let's just be realistic here. I want to do like a really grungy eye look because I'm like getting so ready for Halloween. Guys, I love Halloween so much. You guys know how much I love Halloween. I still think like one of my favorite videos that I did was when I did, I think it was the Howlin' For You palette from Rebel Rouge Labs. And in that video, I did the history of Halloween. And oh my God, I loved telling the history of Halloween while filming that video. Like, to me, that was just so soothing. And I would love to do nothing but like FS looks for you guys. Like, I know Robert E. Christie used to do it all the time, but oh my God, I've got to pluck my eyebrows. Ooh. No, I need to let them grow out so I can get them waxed. But I love like Robert E. Christie's SF videos. They were so good. And just Halloween is my favorite time of year. I literally have no idea what Corey and I are going to be this year for Halloween. All I know is that I want to match with my dogs. So I did think about it because right now I'm about to be on season 7 of Vampire Diaries. And by the way, I'm never making a deal with Paige again because she's fallen through on every single deal I've made with her. So, but it's okay because I really do love Vampire Diaries. But I thought it'd be really cool is if I was Elena and Koa was Damon, Corey was Stefan, and Kaya was Catherine. Or I could be Catherine, Kaya could be Elena, Koa could be Damon, and Corey be Stefan. I thought that'd be so cute. How the hell I'd make this happen, I have no idea. But I freaking love dressing our dogs up, and they seem to like not mind it. I mean, I love when it was like Christmas time of putting them in like their little Christmas jammies and like getting them to be like in the holiday spirit. I mean, they didn't have a choice, you know. My kids don't have a choice in this matter. You will dress up with me whether you like it or not. No. And they were just so freaking cute. So I want to do something like that again this year where I can make my dogs dress up. I mean, Kaya was a military dog last Halloween, and Koa was, well, in reality, Kaya was like a police officer, but like not a police officer, but she's like what the the deputy sheriff, like the one that's in charge of all the inmates, a warden, and Koa was a prisoner. And I said I've been a bad pet, and he was so cute because he was just a little baby. Oh, I cannot wait. But I mean, honestly, like I told Corey, I would like love to like live in a house one day and like be able to give out like candy to like kids and like really get dressed up and dressed for the season, because that's like what's fun about, like, yeah, we do go to our friend's house for Halloween and whatnot, and we participate in like passing out candy to kids and stuff like that, and that's fun, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of fun. But I don't know, it'd be kind of nice to like do it in our own house, because like we live in an apartment building and it's not like the easiest to just, I don't think anyone does trick-or-treating here. I think what they do is they do like trunk-or-treat, where you can go up to the leasing office and you can like open up your trunk-or-treat. I'm gonna go into the shade Ash right here. You could do like trunk-or-treat, and you could sit there and sit at your trunk and pass out candy to like the kids that walk up. Like I saw that last year, but I wasn't sure if it was like a pandemic thing or that's just like how they were trying to celebrate the holiday. I wasn't entirely sure. Corey and I didn't participate in it just because I just felt a little awkward being like the only adult who didn't have kids go to that, because like every adult who went brought their kids and I didn't have kids to bring. And we were actually on our way to our best friend's house to celebrate Halloween. So that's like another reason why Corey and I want to have a house, so that we can like do that ourselves. Because like as much as I love going to my friend's house, it'd be kind of nice to like, have our dogs with us too, because they have dogs and we could bring them, but they have 2 little tiny little dogs and we have big German Shepherds, and like having someone constantly ring the doorbell, our German Shepherds are like, who's there? So yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have a house to do that. And I think another thing that I also love about Halloween is that when my best friend Jenna was alive, that was her favorite holiday as well. So like we were consistently making stuff because she would have huge epic Halloween parties where 100% she would go to like BJ's and buy those big inflatable like pumpkins that like sang and like had the mouth moving, and she would go out of her way and make all these really cool like dessert shooters, like pumpkin pie shooters, like in the shape of pumpkin pie for the adults, and like have everybody to drink, dress up. She'd have huge costume party contest, and I mean like we really got into it. And the only bad thing that ever happened with her is that every time we went over for Halloween, notoriously she would just leave out, because she would like have her Halloween party right at the same time. Like she didn't care if it was like Halloween or not. She'd have her Halloween party then. She'd leave out the bucket of candy for kids to just come up and take. And I cannot tell you guys how many times kids would just take the bucket and run. They would just run. And she'd be like, what the fuck? Come back here, you little shits. Because she'd be right out there just staring. Oh man, she was always a good time. Okay, I need the shade to like be a little bit more pigmented, just a little bit. Okay, then we're gonna go into the shade Dusty right here. What really sucks, you know, is this past year is that they changed the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Like, it's not even called the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's called something else. But one, they completely have overpriced it. Like, 100% have overpriced the party. And it used to be so much fun because you'd go see the Boo to You parade. You would go and see the special fireworks show. You go trick-or-treating throughout all the parks. And they still have, like, a fireworks show, but it's, like, different. And then you can still go trick-or-treating, but again, it's different. It's not the same. So it's why we didn't go this year, because they completely have overpriced it. I mean, we're like, oh, it's kind of not worth it. Same thing with Halloween Horror Nights. We have the like top annual pass for Halloween Horror. We have the top annual pass for Universal Studios, and every single year with that pass, we get one free admission to Halloween Horror Nights. Now, I like to go in September because it really puts me in the mood for Halloween. And I obviously love to celebrate really, really early, if you guys can't already tell. But we haven't gone already this year. And right now it is just so crazy busy there. Like, I know it's gonna sound bad, but like, I like to buy the express pass because I don't want to wait in long lines, and especially with like COVID and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable standing in all these long lines with like a huge crowd of people that's not really like separated. The only thing that's like separated, like in the house, they only allow like 20 people to go in at a time. But like, it's not something that I feel really comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, me and Corey are not going to Halloween Horror Nights this year. This will be the second year in a row that we haven't gone, because they kind of did it last year, very, very little, but they kind of did it. But obviously we didn't get a chance to go. And then this year they full on are doing it, but they were like charging like $180 for an express pass, and I'm not about to pay that money for an express pass. So it just sucks, because like all the Halloween stuff that we used to do, it's just definitely dwindled down. And with our wedding coming up, normally my whole apartment will be decorated right now in Halloween stuff and fall stuff. I haven't decorated once. The only thing I decorated was my backdrop, because it just is where I'm at in this room the most. And it just sucks because normally Corey's like, are you okay? You haven't put out any Halloween stuff. I'm like, I just haven't had the time. I just haven't had the time to sit down and like decorate the house. I've just been so busy with everything else. I haven't even thought about it. So I'm like, okay, so now that that's laid down, I'm going to go into the shade Honey right here. And we're going to put that right in the middle. I could lay down like a base, but I think this might be okay to not lay down a base and just to kind of like tap that in very, very lightly to blend in. Now, I will definitely say that these shades were definitely really easy to blend, but the shades I laid down, they just looked a little differently on the eye than actually like swatching it. Like, it looked like it had more pigment in the swatch than it does on the eye. It's very, very light, but it's very, very easy to blend. I just feel like you really have to like pack in the color. But I really want to go for that more grungy olive tone green anyways, so it wasn't really supposed to be really bright and vibrant, but more just like grungy. But the shadows are blending really, really nicely. Okay, now that that's laid down, I'm gonna go back into that yellow shade, Dusty. It's like a diarrhea baby's poop. We're just gonna kind of mix that right here, just to make sure everything's like seamlessly and blended nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna do my other eye off camera, and then we're gonna come back and do the under eyes together, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on this palette. I feel like I just talked your guys' ear off about Halloween. So anyway, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so now that the face is on and lashes on, we're gonna go into the shade Mystic right here to do the waterline. I feel like I really don't have too much to say about some of the mattes. Like, I mean, they're really pigmented, and a little definitely does go a long way. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the shimmers, but the mattes are definitely super pigmented, and there's like barely any fallout. And I think that's really good, because I don't really care when a palette has too much fallout, but I mean, like, it is what it is. It does happen. I need to blend this out. All right, I'm actually going over that shade with the shade Sable. Right here, I'm actually going to be going over that shade just to kind of make it a little bit more greeny, because that one was a little bit too dark and not as much green and vibranty as I wanted it to be. Definitely has some fallout though, so I have to clean that up. But as I was saying, I feel like I didn't really say too much about this palette. I feel like there really isn't too much to say. It's the colors I'm playing with is nice, but I feel like I am not as excited about this palette as I originally was. I feel like after playing with like the Blend Bunny Surge palette and playing with like the ColourPop It's a Mood palette, like this one is beautiful, but I just feel like I'm just not as excited as I once was to get this. And oh, and it's nothing against this palette in the slightest, and like nothing against it. I don't know. Don't really have too much to say about this one. Damn. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup off camera, guys, and I'll be back. All right, guys, and this is the final look. I really wanted to do dark and grungy. Like, this gets me so damn excited about Halloween. Like, this is just like, I love a good black lip, and I never really rock it that often. I think the only times I ever rock it is for Halloween. So you know what? It's gonna be October 1st next week, so I'm about to rock it early, but I love how the final look came out. Like, it really is that grungy vibe, which I was going for. So what are my thoughts on the Bperfect Carnival, the Antidote palette? Like I said, I'm not entirely sure on the price point when it comes to US dollars, but I did pay 45-50 euro to get this entire palette shipped over to me and with the palette itself, and I definitely think it's a very, very beautiful palette. Is it the most exciting palette for me? No, surprisingly not. I'm not as excited about it as I originally was. I think it's just because I really do enjoy the ColourPop It's a Mood and the Blend Bunny Surge palette. I feel like those really just captured my attention just a bit more. What do I can say about this? I really do love the fact that you get so many shadows in here. The mattes are beautiful. Like, the mattes have so much pigmentation. They blend out very, very easily. I just find the shimmers to be just a little lackluster. I mean, I only played with just a few shimmers, but they just weren't as creamy and buttery and vibrant that I love and that I look for when it comes to shimmers. They just really weren't that. They were nice, but they're just not creamy and buttery, and they didn't go on super smoothly. I really kind of had to pack them in with my fingers. So I feel like that's why I'm kind of like, about the palette. So this palette is still available for purchase. Whether you want to get it, I'm gonna let that be your decision. This is one of those palettes I'm gonna say it's kind of okay to pass on. It's beautiful. I'm grateful that I have it. I really am, because you guys know how much I love falls. It's really nice to have all the different colors, because it's like this right here is like the perfect like fall palette right here. But then it's nice to have like the greens and the grunginess and a little bit of neutral in the middle. So definitely a very beautiful palette. One that I definitely can safely say it's okay if you want to pass on this. But I'm just grateful that I have it. So yeah, I feel like I don't have too much else to say about this. If you guys want to get your hands on this, I'll leave it down below. But damn, I really thought I'd be more excited about it, and surprisingly enough, I'm not. But I am excited about this look. It's different. I don't really do black lip that often, and I love it. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Sorry, we're kind of rambling on about Halloween and stuff like that, but I'm really, really getting excited about October 1st. And sorry I keep looking. Black tends to get on my teeth more than anything. Whenever I do a black lip, it will show up on my teeth. But what I do love about black lip is that it can make your teeth look so damn white. And if you guys don't know what black lip I'm wearing, I'm actually wearing the Lunar Beauty. This is the shade Wicked. Stunning. I use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics like Weirdo liner and then put this together. Love it. So yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, mostly 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's All for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And a huge, huge thank you to all these beautiful Patreon members that you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, just thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys very next video. Bye. But I'm not entirely sure. It's very bright. It's very vibrant. You have they were nice, like X. We have express, so same thing with Halloween Horror Nights. Like we 39. It's currently, yeah, bitch, you got it on the first try.